Thank you for tuning in this week for another episode of Marketing Monday, where each and every Monday I go online live on my channel, as you can see, and share tips and tricks and ways for those who want to create profits from the passion that they're into. And here we're going to be focusing on photographers, but it doesn't mean that if you're a model, fashion designer, and any other kind of creative, that these tips won't help you. They will, because it's universal marketing tips. That's what going to help you with every Monday, 8 p.m. And I really appreciate you tuning in. This week, we're going to be talking about why everyone needs a website. It's no longer even a question. Okay, you need a website. And just a little notes here. Your website is your digital face of your brand. Okay, it's your best salesperson, your most reverent brand ambassador, and your most important marketing statistic. Naturally, how can I say it's your most important marketing tool. Okay, aside from, I would say, your business card. Quite honestly. Okay, so everyone needs one. If you don't, well, that's what this episode's about. Because I'm going to be sharing with you multiple reasons why you need to get one ASAP.
Hi, Robert Silver here, and I have a question. Have you been struggling with attracting clients? What about ways to scale and grow your business? Or have you been conflicted with how to use the latest social media apps and trends to grow your audience and influence? Marketing Monday is about helping photographers and any other business really to increase their digital presence with little to no cost by leveraging social media and other creative tools available on the market, as well as keeping you updated on all the latest digital marketing trends happening today. Tune in with me every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on my YouTube channel for strategies, techniques, tips, and advice on how to help build your brand online.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for another episode of Marketing Monday. And this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one because it's something I'm going to be going over that I still see too many of you creatives out there missing, which is a website. So many times I ask, where can I see your best work? Where can I see your contacts? What you got going on? What are your best offers? What are you currently offering your clients in terms of special deals or maybe a promotion or something? But yet, I don't see websites. I don't see websites. I see plenty of Instagrams, some TikToks. I see all that, but I don't see a website, and I'm still trying to shake my head and understand why. But yet, you are wondering why people aren't finding you. You can't rely, your business can't rely purely on referrals. I mean, if it does and you're making a living nowadays with inflation and cost of gas, well, mazel tov. I think you're doing an amazing job if that's the case. But the reality is that you need a website, okay? As I said in my first episode of Marketing Monday, I think this is the 10th episode. Your social media is for showcasing your most recent work. Your website is about showcasing your very best work. Okay, photographers, models, and other creatives. That's why you need one. You need both, obviously, but this is why your website, it's imperative for you to have it. It's the most important digital marketing tool that you will have and invest in. And if you don't have one, you're losing out in so many ways. Okay, and I'm going to go over a few with you today. Okay, let's get over some ugly stuff. Of course, make sure you go ahead and press like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Please, that helps me out. Get this message out there. Help other creatives get word of the knowledge I'm dropping in terms of helping them create profits with their passion. Okay. Of course, I want you to subscribe, but like, share, all that good stuff. Hit that bell icon. I am on other social medias, okay? On Facebook, Robert Silver Photography. Instagram at Robert Silver Photography. And can you believe it? TikTok at Robert Silver Photography. Who would have known? And yeah, I am on Twitter as well. If you feel like checking me out there, I do some random posts, okay? And even though I do this live episode about a specific topic every Monday at 8 p.m., you know what? I actually do one-on-one consultations. So if you have any If you're having issues on how to brand yourself online or create a social media strategy that actually helps to grow your business, meaning profits, okay, followers doesn't mean profits. Likes doesn't mean profits. Comments doesn't mean profits. That means engagement. People are digging what you're putting out there, but profits is the main focus. Okay, that's all I care about. How much money did I make over last month? That sort of thing. And then, of course, if you need help with content development, if you're a designer or a small business, etc., but you don't understand or have the time to really understand how to create effective digital content for marketing yourself through social media, well, definitely reach out to me. I can definitely help you with that. And all you do got to do is send me a quick email, and we can set up a consultation. It starts at 1 hour consultations, and then we go from there. All right, it's just that simple. All right, let's get into it. This week I don't have a product highlight, but next week I will. Okay, I can't wait to share with you next week's product highlight. It's a doozy. It's really good, and I can't wait to share with you. You photographers definitely want to tune in for that. Okay, let's go over the first thing today. Okay, reason why everybody needs a website. Well, it adds credibility. Okay, it sends a subliminal message that you're serious in the marketplace. Not just, hey, I'm a good photographer. I'm sure Instagram can display some nice work that you've done, but it takes you to that next level of serious as a contender, as a contender. So um because you've dedicated and put some money on the table behind your brand. Instagram takes time to create and curate some a nice feed, a nice timeline, but a website you got to pay for, right? Even though they're uh, relatively fair priced for the most part for most website hosts, um, but you still have to put money on the table. There's still a commitment. It's like, am I really in this for real? For real? Okay. Meaning, am I serious about being a professional photographer, or am I just a hobbyist who likes making a couple extra bucks? Clear, big difference. Okay, in the perceived value by your potential client. Other thing is that you have to pay for your .com through GoDaddy or somebody like that. I've done GoDaddy. I have like six URLs through GoDaddy. Excellent customer service. They did not pay me to say that. It's just facts. So GoDaddy, and then so you got your URL, GoDaddy, and then you may have done Gmail for work to set up your professional email. So it says info at such and such photography.com instead of blash splash 24567 at gmail.com. Clear difference. Again, it's the smallest things that create huge impacts in the perceived value of your brand, okay, of your products that you sell and the services you offer. It's the little things. It's subliminal. When I go to Ford.com, I expect to email someone sales at Ford.com. If I say JimmyJamTim457 at gmail.com, I'm going to think the website is absolutely illegitimate. It's probably a fake, right? They're trying to take my information, etc., etc. So, and when it comes to credibility, okay, um, that is king. It is king because people make decisions. People have first of all short attention spans, and they make quick decisions whether they're going to go with someone. Cool, I like that. Good. It checks the boxes in about, I'm going to say honestly under a minute when they visit websites, because they're off to the next thing they have to get done in their life. When they're looking for wedding photographers, they would like to look at three, right? Three. No one really goes 5, 6, 10 photography. No, top three. Ooh, that one, that one, that one. And then they might reach out to those three for pricing, etc., etc. So you got to wow them. So your website or having one is mandatory. And if you don't even have one, you better be phenomenal at your work. Okay. But anyway, this is going to quickly lead into the next thing. Okay. First of all, it's credibility. I am serious. I am here and I am serious. Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about kind of flows into what um, builds on top of adding credibility to your brand. Okay. Let's go to Boom, bada bing. It sets you apart from your competitors. Okay, through design, through layout, through the images you choose. It clearly communicate. Your website clearly should clearly communicate not only what you offer, but what makes you stand out against your competitors. Because for the most part, most of us do what another person can do. We all, if we're all photographers, right? Guess what? That one's a photographer. He's a photographer. She's a photographer. It's like we're not exactly reinventing the wheel. Clients tend to hire you because of your quote unquote eye for photography. It's your unique approach, your vision, the way you take pictures, the way you see images. That's what they're hiring you for. That's why experienced photographers tend to have, through their experience and wisdom, they have a very well defined eye, okay, in their photography. Not saying new ones don't, but for sure over time it's more well defined. And your website is a great place to showcase exactly that. The way you approach photography, lighting, etc., should be displayed immediately smack dab on the top of your home page. It should automatically want them to scroll further down that home page. Okay? So, that's why what that's one way. That's through design, right? Another thing is your terms and conditions can help you set yourself apart. You can clearly write that out right up top, and we'll go over that a little bit later on. But ultimately, here's what separates me. This is what I need in order to book a session, etc., etc. The other thing is, if you feel like posting your rates, hey, Mazel Tov, I don't post rates on my website, but if you do, that's one way to distinguish yourself from your competitors. Okay, um, I always make sure I have a very, very nice self portrait headshot of myself on my contact. Not only do I want them to know who I am, because a lot of my bookings are done digitally, then the phone, and I never even see them till the day of the shoot. I'd like them to know what I look like. And secondly, if I can't take a nice self portrait of myself, why would they have any sort of confidence that I could do it better for them? Okay. Branding, branding, branding. So that's one. Obviously, you having a website allows you to do that in a very how can I say uh, a controlled way to set yourself apart from your competitors. If you go to Instagram, Facebook, and let's say TikTok, etc., ultimately you when you go to your profile page, they're all pretty much laid out the same. It's white background, some black text. The buttons are all pretty much the same. The follow button is where it normally is, except a few things like maybe unique buttons are a little bit different on Instagram. But ultimately, they're all set up to be the same because that's the way TikTok or whatever platform you're using wants it to be done. It's easier for them. It's not like a MySpace, which, you know, obviously at that time, uh, allowed us to customize it so much where it slowed down the performance of the website, which is the last thing you want to do. Google rates your website for of usability. It's not just design, but usability. How easy is it for people to navigate through your website? That's actually part of the ranking of whether you show up on the first page or two on Google. So that's why it's so important for you to um, take time to um, um, develop a nice website design that's friendly, eye popping, and thus hopefully separates you from your competitors. Okay, there are still photographers that have websites that are like 1993 out there. I don't know why. It's absolutely, I pity them. I pity them. But anyway, so that's one. So that's the second reason. It allows you a platform to separate yourself from the competitors. Okay, at all times, 24/7, it's ready to go, and that's what's going to lead into the next thing. Boom, bada bing. Can you believe it? It all makes sense. Here we go. Right here. A website allows you to increase your chance for leads. And you're like, what? Leads? Yeah, I know. Who would have thought? As a photographer, you have to also be a salesperson. As a model, guess what? You have to be a salesperson. As a fashion designer, or even if you make stuff for Etsy, etc., etc., if you want to scale your business, you're going to have to sell your business to a potential customer. And more than likely, if you're lucky, there are people you don't know. Okay. I say that because I'm hoping that you're trying to effectively market to people outside of your immediate network. Okay. Friends, family, and family of friends, and yada, yada, yada. Your immediate circle. Okay. I like doing business with people that don't know me, because that lets me know my marketing strategy is somehow getting out there and working and attracting people. Referrals are great. Don't get me wrong. Feel free to continue to do that for me. Thank you, everyone. But I do like to know that my marketing strategy is working to get new leads. Okay. So with that said, um, there are tools for you to help you collect some of these new leads. One is, let me see here if I can. One is like Mailchimp, right? You can have people, or through Linktree, if you have a link tr.ee Linktree. These tools, you can collect people's emails as they visit your website. If you have Wix.com, if you're hosting your website on Wix, Wix has a built-in way of collecting emails from visitors to your website. You offer them, let's say, 10% on the first service, etc., for an email. And then you could easily do newsletters and stuff like that and reach out to them for special promotions, holidays, etc. But that is one way to collect leads. Okay, that's fantastic. Another organic way, meaning non-paid way of collecting leads, is for me, Yelp and Google reviews. Damn. Yelp and Google reviews. Okay. First of all, so many people, first of all, whoever goes to Yelp is looking to buy something, right? They called me and harassed me for me to advertise on Yelp, and of course I try to avoid them at the like a plague, but I've listened to them for 30 minutes before, because I just want to hear their insight and their perspective. But and sometimes they actually said something good. And they're right. People who go to Yelp are looking to buy something. It's whether they can afford it, if you're offering at the right price, but they're there generally to buy something. You don't go to Yelp just to window shop. No, you're there like, oh, I want to eat at a restaurant. Where and which one got the good reviews, etc. I've gotten a lot of leads through Yelp, because Yelp infrastructure is literally for you to create to generate leads for you so that you can advertise on them. So it's totally beneficial to be on there. What are you going to want on there when you create a profile? Your address of your place of business, or at least your area, your all of your contacts, and guess what? Your website. So many people go from Yelp to my website and to my inbox, or they message me directly through what? Yelp. And I have my Yelp business app on my phone, so in case I get a message to my inbox, it goes right directly to my phone. Boom, I message them right back. Now, I'm not saying I've gotten plenty of paid clients through Yelp organically without having to pay anything, just because of the presence. Google ranks, another thing that Google ranks websites on is traffic. Who do you think gets more traffic, you or Yelp? Sorry, Yelp every time. So if people are looking up Robert Silver photography on the first page, more than likely is going to be up pretty high is my Yelp review, my Yelp profile. Okay, that's going to help me out in the long run. It's going to help me out tremendously, because when you have Yelp and then you have a few reviews, some 5 stars going on, what does that do? Let's go back to the first thing I said: adds credibility. Your website backs it up because they see the great work. Okay, they see what separates your brand from your competitors. You see where I'm going with all this? This is why a website is so important. As much hard work as it may be and annoying to set up, and it does take a couple bucks to go. And yes, it's annual, and you're gonna have to pay for it. Success is earned. Okay, it isn't free, so it's just part of the plan. If you want to hang with the big boys and gals, okay. But like I said, Yelp is a fantastic way to generate leads, as well as Google. Google Maps right now is optimized. It used to be Google Business, and then they consolidated and took away Google Business, which is separate app, separate service altogether, and consolidated it all into Google Maps. Okay. At first, I was like, okay, what's going on here, Google? But they made it much simpler. They made it one app. Everybody has Google Maps on their phone. You go right into it, and then all of a sudden, you can see it says your business profile. You click on it, you can upload your most recent photos that you've taken to your Google business profile. You could send that profile out to have people again post reviews, 5 star, 2 star, 1 star, whatever it is that they want to rate you. And again, all that engagement, even when you upload one picture to your profile, it encourages Google to push your website up higher on the ranking. They love to see that. But to be a part of Google business and everything, you have to register your business. Where? On Google. Okay, got to register your business. Okay. Now, if you're going to register your business on Google, guess what you want to have? A website. If you're getting to the point where you want to have people to find you on Google Maps, okay, then you got to have a website. Do not cut yourself off at the knees and expect to win a sprint. Okay, that's what you're going to be doing if you don't have a website. Then go to Google, submit to Google Maps so that your location pops up, because 3 out of 4 searches of mine regularly come from Google Maps. Not Google search, Google Maps. People go to Oakland, they type in photography, and I'm one of the people amongst others that are in photography. 3 out of 4, that's 75%. What in life do you have a 75% chance of winning? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Get your website, submit your business to Google. It's free. Okay. And then boom, bada bing. That's a nice organic way to what? Generate leads. Okay. I'm not sharing this with you because I look good in a blue sport coat, okay, and a button up. I'm telling you this because this is what works for me. This is what allows me to have a very flexible schedule, go to the gym when I feel like going to the gym, living the life on my terms. Okay. If I do a job, I do a job that I want and I'm getting paid what I want. And then I schedule my own stuff. Okay. I just make it all happen, even though I pretty much have no damn life. But that's the way I like to live. Now, I want you to be able to live the way you want to live. If you do these steps and just stay at it and be consistent, it's going to help. Facts. Okay. So, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please take a minute, post your comments down below so I can see them and share your questions with the world, and I can help you out. Hopefully, okay. I don't mind stopping after every topic and answering. Okay. For those who are just tuning in, make sure you go ahead and follow me on social media, right? Robert Silver Photography on Facebook. I'm pretty active on Facebook. Instagram for sure. You could always you could DM me if you have any questions to there on Instagram. Um, Also, I'm on TikTok, right? Got to be on TikTok. And that's just the way the world is. You got to be on TikTok. Robert Silver Photography. And I'm on Twitter too, folks. Okay, and I'm thinking about figuring out a way to really make my Twitch pop. I don't know. I have a Twitch page, but I use it like twice for like behind the scenes photography. Like when I'm in the studio. If you think of some creative ways that you would like to see me use Twitch, yeah, post a comment down below. Send me an email. I would love to hear more about what you would like to see me do. Okay. Oh, matter of fact, I got some exciting news to share tomorrow around, I want to say 2 p.m. or so. But you want to definitely follow me on Instagram for that one. I'm doing something big which will allow me to share even more quality content with all of you out there. So you don't want to miss out. I'm probably going to post something on my stories or create a little video real quick to post onto my feed there. So follow me, Robert Silver Photography on Instagram. Some cool creative content news coming. All right. Ooh, hold on, folks. Let me take a little quick sip here, okay? Ooh. I'm not gonna lie, this takes a lot of energy. Usually at 8 p.m. I want to chill, but that's not gonna happen for another 30 minutes. So let's get back into it, okay? So the next thing we need to tackle. Boom. This is probably like one of the most important reasons, quite honestly. It gives you organic traffic. It serves your organic traffic marketing strategy. Organic traffic, non-paid, not boosted on Instagram, not boosted on Facebook, or I think TikTok does it too. Either way, it allows you the opportunity to gain organic traffic and to maximize on it, really. Because if you have a profile on numerous social media sites, what is it more than likely hoping people will click to? Your website. Your It's like when you're fishing. When you throw out your reel, that's your Instagram, that's your TikTok, that's your whatever. But you're trying to pull them, you're trying to hook them. When they're interested, guess what? You're pulling them in. You're about to get that. You're about to get that big one, and it's because they're visiting your website and hopefully appreciating your quality of your work. And then you close a deal. Okay, you got to be able to close a deal. Maybe I'll make a video about being able to close a deal. Because I talked to a creative today, and she was like, "I hate selling," and I'm like, "Wait, you're talented as hell, but you hate selling. That means you're never going to scale your business. It means you're not going to take it to where you're going to get the compensation you well deserve and your talent deserves." So we're going to talk about how to overcome um, selling. Okay, you got to do it. As I mentioned in every marketing Monday, or at least most of them, it's 80-90% marketing, 10-15% creative. Otherwise, you're gonna remember that adage, starving artist. Well, it's gonna apply to you real quick. Okay, make sure you get a size of that shirt that fits well, and get comfortable wearing it. If you do not, if you do not heed to my advice, okay, you should be spending 80-90% of your time marketing yourself. Okay, and guaranteed you'll make money. You'll make money off this. All right. Now back to what I was saying. Organic traffic. Okay. Now, how are you going to do organic traffic? How does your website help you with organic traffic? Very easy. I'm gonna share with you right now. It's called SEO marketing, search engine optimization marketing. If you have your website and all of the, I don't care if it's Squarespace, I use SmugMug, if you use Wix, WordPress, etc., you can optimize your website, um, that will help to encourage direct traffic to your site over your competitor. It makes Google happy. You're basically making it easier for Google to suggest and recommend your site over someone else's. How do you do that? Well, we're going to go over, I'm going to share with you specific basic SEO marketing tools and tricks in another live episode, because I understand that could be several episodes, quite honestly. But ultimately, you want to go in and make sure that each page, first your overall um, website, Robert Silver Photography, there are there are keywords and phrases attached to that website, which you can do inside of your website in the back end of SmugMug for me. Then you go to each page and optimize those keywords to make it even more um, directly related to that specific page. What do I mean by that? So if I have one page for headshots, it should say headshots, headshot photography, professional headshots, corporate headshots, headshot photographer, Bay Area headshot photographer, that sort of thing. Oakland headshot photographer, that sort of thing. So Google understands what that page is about. You have to let them know. It doesn't. Yeah, it can like sort of. The algorithm is smart, but you want to be very. The more direct you are, the easier it is for it to recommend and to rank the value of your site or page when it comes to uh, uh, Google searches. You want to make it easy as possible for Google to again recommend your site, because that's what it's doing. It's a search engine, but it's really just a question answer platform. I need X or want X or what is X, and then Google goes this, or here's a top five that will answer that question. You want to make sure yours is part of the answer, right? At least a recommended answer. And that's how you're going to do it on the back end. Just creating a website, okay, and then that's it. Is not going to help you. It's like building a. It's like you have a building, okay. Okay, let me start from scratch. The internet is like a city plan. Okay, you get your URL. That's your address. Oh, you're actually located there. You're not just in Oakland. You're actually dot 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 street. Cool. Now you need a building. That's your website. Okay, to put it simply. Now that you have your website, does and your building does not mean people will show up. Now you got to put in some work. Put the flyers out, maybe a little thing that flops around outside. You gotta let people know you're here. SEO marketing is going to continuously do that for you. That's what it's doing for you. It's letting people know you're here organically, meaning without you paying for it. It's non-paid advertising for you to figure out you just need to know basic SEO marketing skills, which most of you do. Because if you know hashtags and how to properly use hashtags, guess what? It's the hashtags were built off of keywords and phrases, strategy of SEO marketing. And you're just repeating that now, but in the website. You won't use hashtag. You'll just put the keyword or phrase, and comma, and the next one, etc. So you already know how to do it. If you've been on Twitter or Instagram and you put your hashtags, you generally you got it. You got it. But you need to do it very strategically for each page of your website. Okay. And but that's going to help generate organic traffic. Again, like I said just earlier, when it came to creating leads or chances to create leads, okay, 3 out of 4 searches on Google for me was from Google Maps. Okay, cool. Well, I optimized my website to say Bay Area photographer, San Francisco photographer, Oakland photographer, all that stuff. So if someone goes, if they go to Google Maps, Oakland photographer, come on. Because I put in the meta tags and the metadata inside of each of the pages, guess what it's going to do? It's going to more than likely find my page or website and recommend it on the first page or of Google search, or on Google Maps. It's going to pop up. And it's definitely going to pop up because not only did I do it on a website, I created what? A Google business profile for free. By the way, go do it like yesterday. And it's going to for sure pop up. If you did the business profile and you can find your business on Google Maps, it will show up. If someone types in Oakland, blah, 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 whatever you are. This is all free marketing. I can't believe so many people don't do it. And then they're wondering why they're not making more money. And they're still working their job they'd rather not be working. For the little bit of success I have, it took me 10 years to get this. And I still make mistakes. I'm telling you, I made so many damn mistakes. I'm trying to help you avoid it. So if you do not heed my advice, feel free to book a counseling session so that at least I get paid to talk to you, and you can go and do whatever it is you feel like doing. And I'm not just wasting my breath drinking all this water. Okay? I'm doing this because I want you to avoid the mistakes and pitfalls, and that you can live the life you want to live on your terms. That means you need to become financially soluble. I hope I'm using the right word, or at least stable in the career that you want to be in. And if you want to be a creative, especially a photographer, then these are the steps that you're gonna have to do. This is the ugly side of photography. Okay. Now, let's get back into it. Organic traffic. That is going to help you tremendously to create organic traffic. Here's another thing. So I said optimize your overall website. Then you have to optimize each page of your website. Excuse me. And a lot of people don't know, but you actually if you want to be really awesome, optimize each photo you upload. That's right. When you upload a photo, make sure you add at least 2 to 3, maybe 4 meta tags, keywords, phrases to each of the photo that you upload. You say, why does it matter? I already did it to my website. I did it to my pages on my website. because you ever type in, let's just say fashion photography, what tends to be on the top? YouTube videos and Google Images. Okay? You want one of your photos to perhaps be on the top of the search result, or when people go to Google Images, etc., etc. Then I would highly recommend you do that, because when they see that photo, say, "Oh, that's a great photo." They'll see it, and on the right hand side, it'll clearly show where that photo came from. Oh, it came from there, and it will have a live link going to your website. It's another awesome way to not only create leads, but to create organic traffic to your site. The more busier your site is, the more traffic it gets. Guess what? It's going to be more likely that it will show up on the first page of Google search and any other search engine. I'm just using Google as a default, but it's the general rule in general. Google wants to recommend, or search engines in general want to recommend high traffic sites, or traffics that get a lot of websites that get a lot of traffic. So it behooves you to do these simple things that take a little bit of time, but it's free and it helps you and it makes you money. Or you just don't like money, and then I don't know why you're tuning in. It's probably because you like this blue coat I'm wearing today. That's about it. All right. So that's another reason why you need a website. Organic traffic. Let me just double check. Let's get to the next one, folks. Okay. Catch my breath here. Okay. It's going to save you time and customer service. Okay. Now, what do I mean by that? First of all, you have all your terms and conditions laid out simple and plainly, maybe in your about section or your contact section. You say, this is what I need. I need 50% deposit. This is my late fees. This is this. Have it clearly spelled out. Because again, when it comes to arguments and litigations, if you ever have to go to small claims court, it's what you can prove. That's why having things in writing or explicitly expressed, black and white on your website. This is what it is. I need this. It's non-refundable, stuff like that. Because trust me, that has saved me. I have my terms on every PDF I send to a customer. I also have my terms and conditions on my every introductory email. I say it so many times where I'm sorry, because I do a 50% non-refundable deposit. Well, not I normally don't get any complaints, but you'll for sure get that one, and that will help back it up. If you want to this, you say, hey, a great reach out to me for a free consultation, and here are some simple terms that I need, etc., etc., etc. Okay, but that is one great way to help you save time in explanations and etc. Customer service. If you have like a fact page, FAQ, right? Frequently asked questions page. If you offer products and services, like, allow 7 days for editing on average, depending on the size of the project. You get your proofs from your photo shoot within 72 hours. Or for wedding albums, allow 3 to 4 weeks for delivery, that sort of thing. It's a great, nice, clean way, and it also lets them know that you thought of their concerns ahead of time, and thus you have it already on there, and they don't have to text you or email you over the most simplest things that you could have just answered if you just had it on your website. Okay, so that is another great reason why you should have your a website. As a matter of fact, most websites now, I mean, a lot of companies now, they're trimming down on customer service where you could actually talk to a human being. And what do? They send you to the website, which annoys the hell out of me. But it is what they're doing. It's because they're trying to cut down on, people force, which sucks too. But you could learn a thing or two. I'm not saying completely outsource your customer service to the Philippines here, but I am saying that you can have some little questions that would tie you up while you're trying to work on something else, answered on your website. Okay, look, just a few things, right? Like I said, frequently asked questions. What are those questions people tend to ask you? Right? Usually it's like a deposit, or like I said, turnover is a big question I get. Oh, how long would I need to wait? That sort of thing. Okay. Now, here we go. This is great too. Updates and announcements. Guess what? On my website, you go to robertsilverphotography.com. Okay, feel free to check it out. Um, on my homepage, what do I have clearly on the top? I have my photos, and you scroll just a little bit right underneath my first set of photos is the next events or live shows like this one will be happening, and a direct link to it. It's a great way to do it because when you post, let's say I'm gonna go live next Monday, 8 p.m. If I put that on my timeline on Instagram, well, by next week it'll already be pushed down a couple of rows because I've posted once or twice each day, and it pushes that notification down more. So it's a good way to uh, feature and showcase or highlight that specific event to your new visitors or your unique or new visitors to your website. Okay. So that is an obvious reason. And plus, you can again spell out all the terms and conditions of that special uh, promotion or perhaps an achievement that your company got. Those sort of things right up front. There are a lot of platforms that limit the amount of space you have. Some, like Instagram, doesn't even let you post live links. Twitter, you only have like 140 characters. So there's these platforms are not really, they're made for you to stay on their platform. They really don't want you to jump off their platform because then they could charge more for ads. The more visitors that stay on longer per visit, which is fine. That's their business model. No, I'm not knocking them, but that's why your website needs to be the go-to spot for your updates and announcements. Okay, right there, smack dab on the home page. So, and it's a great way to do it. Okay. So, and then you could obviously with a lot of these sites, Wix or SmugMug, Squarespace, etc., WordPress, you can just have a link directly to where your event page is, let's say through Eventbrite or something like that. But ultimately, you want people to come to your website because they may even see other products and services that you offer that they didn't know they wanted, but then now they're interested about it, or at least want to ask and talk to you about it. Okay. I've had that happen too, but they can't see everything unless you show them everything, and that's what your website's all about, to show all the products and services you offer. Okay. So it's a great way to keep them updated. And oh, and of course, because you were collecting emails through what I was talking about earlier, okay, creative ways to create your chances for more leads, right? Using Mailchimp or some email collecting service. If they get to your website for an update or announcement, right, for the first time, hopefully they sign up to your email list, or they come back to your email because they're on your email list and you sent them an update about an announcement. And if they want to know more, guess what? They have to go to your website. Boom. Okay. All that helps to stir up what? More traffic to your website, and does what? Increases your chance for ranking on Google. It's a win, 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 win. Okay. Well, I'm going right through this. Going right through this. All right. Of course, just like I said earlier, if you can check me out on Instagram, Robert Silver Photography. If you have any questions, DM me. It's all good. If you have any questions here, make sure you post your comments down below. All right. I'll be more than glad to answer any questions you may have. If you have any in-depth issues, make sure you hit me up for a marketing consultation. All right. Let me take this thing off. What am I doing? And we can schedule something one-on-one through Zoom or in person, and we can go over your online marketing strategy, what is working, what is not working. I was able to help somebody out earlier this week, and that was fantastic for her fashion business, which I think has a lot of potential. And also, sometimes we just have to admit, as a creative, when it comes to business or even small business owner, we don't know it all. Okay, we don't. That's why we go to those who know something that we don't. Leverage their knowledge for our benefit, right? And that's why I offer creative online marketing consultation. So if you have any questions, guidance, or just good motivation in terms of what direction you're going, or understanding what areas, opportunities you need to work on, well, that's what I'm here for. I'm ready to take my 10 years of branding experience And as a social media marketing manager currently, I'll take all that experience and help you out level up your game online. Okay. Now let's get to the last thing, folks. Here we go. All right. Now this is a juicy one. Okay. Now, like I said, so far you're like, okay, cool. It adds credibility, right? Having a website, part of my online marketing strategy, adds credibility to my brand, helps my brand separate itself from my competitors. It increases my chances for leads, organic traffic, right? Through SEO marketing, just basic SEO marketing, implement principles applied to your website. Um, eh, I'm saving time and customer service, or at least creating better customer service experience by having frequently asked questions, the answers to those on my website, and I'm updating my visitors on what's new. Okay. Now, these all are because all roads lead to Rome. Now, what do I mean by that is that you could be on every social media there is. And that's great because I'm on as many as I can be realistically, right? I'm on TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I do have a profile for Twitch, as I said. I'm trying to be on as many as I possibly can manage effectively. But it does not mean they're all going to be there in 5 years. Okay. So what platform I'm on, I'm leveraging that exposure to a broader audience to send them to where my website. That's why all roads, all those platforms I mentioned, right? I'm not sure if it was 4 or 5 I said, should all lead to Rome. My website. My website is forever. It's not going anywhere. Matter of fact, most websites that are for geared or marketed to photographers are optimized to showcase your highest res images in the most beautiful way. That's why I use SmugMug and pay it gladly. Okay. And as a business, I write off the cost anyway. It's the cost of doing business. So you get some of that back on the back end. So quit being cheap. And then but when they say I could upload any photo of any size, man, I'm uploading the highest of the highest res. Yeah, when you look at my website through your phone, the highest res looks like a 2 or 3 megabyte photo. You can't tell the difference. But if you go to your 27, like I have a 27-inch Mac right here, now you'll see the difference. Okay, now if you're looking at the same image on my website on my desktop, then you'll see this. You'll see the difference. It won't cover the entire screen. It's just not as big. There's only so many pixels. That's why you want a website to cleanly optimize your photos in the most amazing way. Okay. And a lot of these hosts, whether it be Squarespace and for sure SmugMug, and Wix too, they want your photos to look amazing. And the more beautifully designed your site is, guess what? Google likes that. Who would have thought? Okay, design is part of it. Not only that, design is actually a major factor for people buying from that website. Okay, I'm going to get more into that in a second. So, as I said, whether you're on any of these social platforms, you should have a direct link. If not a direct link, a link tree or something like that that goes to your website. Okay, because I get a lot of traffic through my links, especially Instagram. I noticed through my link tree, about 66% of the people that go to my link tree, tap in the bio, 66% of them, okay, 2 out of 3 click on a link to get to somewhere else, whether it be Marketing Monday or whatever. But the point is that people go click on those links. And where do you want them to go? All roads lead to what? Rome, to your website. That's where you want them to go so they can see, again, your best work. Like I said, your social media is for your most recent work. But can anybody say MySpace or Vine? Okay. And no one even really talks about Snapchat anymore, really. Okay. Meta is doing whatever it can to gobble up any sort of competitor with the least amount of clear, focused direction of the company direction. They're just gobbling it up and seeing what sticks. But then you have TikTok, which for sure, during COVID, just took over by storm the new generation of digital content users, creators, and consumers by storm. Okay, I think they're the fastest growing app in the world for sure, monthly users, and they are gobbling it by storm. And just recently, I read something. I think it was on Robinhood, a link talking about last week. Facebook lost like $10 billion because the stock values dropping and all sorts of stuff is happening. Even though they might be growing worldwide in other countries and newer markets, in America they're losing whole load of followers, and that's which turns into whole load of advertisers they're losing because of TikTok. So what does that mean? Okay, no king rules forever. I made that up. No king rules forever. Meaning, even though Meta or Facebook, Meta, Facebook, yeah, they do reign supreme in terms of like impact, reach, demographic volume. Like I would say volume, but like the most people overall age wise have a presence on Facebook. Even young people, they may have a Facebook, they may not use it, but they got a profile on there. Um, they're on the tip of people's tongues when they think of social media, the top three for sure, right? Of influence and reach. And they are, I mean, I quite honestly like what Meta has done on the back end, the Meta Business Suite. I'll talk about that. It's a really powerful tool they have on the back end if you have a Facebook business page. But ultimately, what I'm trying to say is that all these things may not be here. It may not be the hip thing. TikTok is great now, but what's the next thing? That's why I said, can anyone say Vine? Can anybody say MySpace? Right? That shit is, those two are done, right? In the comparison to what is happening right now, what's on the tip of tongues? What is it the platform you have to have your content on? You don't need your content on Vine. You don't need MySpace is 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 um is a history lesson. But at that time, you had to be on it. At that time, if you want to be with it, then those were the platforms. Now, if you solely rely having your content being showcased on those platforms as the only way for people to see your work, what happens when Instagram turns into a MySpace or TikTok turns into a MySpace or whatever? Remember, the people that are making those platforms popular, like the TikTok specifically, have the lowest attention span on the planet and no sense of loyalty and commitment, whether it be to companies they work for or anything else, for the most part. So as soon as something new comes on that's trendy, a whole load of them's gonna jump off one hot wagon to get on the next wagon, even though it's just another damn wagon. It's just a different color, maybe. And that's all good and great, but for you as a business, I'm trying to be in this for the long game. So therefore, yes, you need to be fluid enough to have a presence on these channels. That is a must. You need to have a presence on these channels, okay, to have an effective overall digital marketing strategy. But all those roads need to lead to where? Rome, your website. Ford might be on every platform, advertising on every platform, posting organic content, but they always tell you go to Ford.com, go to your local Ford dealer. Okay, that is the way big Fortune 500 companies act. If I want to, it's good to act or at least have the mindset of them because whatever they're doing seems to be working. They're making more money than me. They're hiring more people than me. They've been around longer than me. So perhaps there are certain principles that work just in general. Like Les Brown says, success leaves clues. So if it's successful for this big Fortune 500 corporation, perhaps I may need to implement some of those principles into my strategy so that I can make sure I'm around in 5, 10, 15 years. Whether it be a TikTok, a schmicktock, or a hip talk. Okay? I'm still here. That's what your website's going to give you. It gives you that I'm here for real, for real. That's why it says it adds credibility. And It helps you to weather those particular social media trends. Okay, because not all trends are good. Like I said, if you solely are dependent on updating your Instagram with photos and saying, "Oh, I don't have a website, but you can check my Instagram today." Well, what happens if it's not here? What are you gonna do then? And like I said, every image, your website optimizes to showcase the highest quality version of your photos and your work. Instagram does the exact opposite. YouTube does the exact opposite. Not YouTube. I meant um, Facebook does the exact opposite. These are free platforms. So when you upload your photo, they compress it on purpose to maximize space on their servers. You pay for it through giving them your personal information, your login, your birth date, and all that jazz. You pay for it on the back end. But what I'm saying overall, you're not paying a monthly subscription to use it, to have access to worldwide users on this platform. Okay? Therefore, they're gonna do whatever they want to smush and crush that quality image you spent hours editing and everything else. Now that's your fault if you're solely relying on that platform to showcase your work. That's why you need a website. If you upload a 15 megabyte image, it's gonna be a 15 megabyte image when you look at it on your website. So if they pinch in or look at it from a small uh, uh, screen on their phone or to a 32-inch of their desktop, it's going to look amazing either way. Okay? Your website is optimized to look amazing on your mobile as well as your desktop, more so than your social media platforms. Social media platforms are built, optimized for what? Your mobile devices. Oh, it may have a desktop version, but their priority by far is going to be that mobile device display. So if you're trying to showcase your best work, it's the wrong platform. It's for showcasing your most recent work. Okay? That's why everything needs to be pointing to what? Your website. By the time a customer finally goes from their Instagram or your whatever page, clicks on your link, that's another activity they have to do. They find you, they search, they find your profile, and then they click that link to your website. As soon as they get to your website after those three activities, they already want to hire you. It's a done deal. It's whether do you close the deal. How do you close the deal? First is do they like your work overall? And second, is it easy for you to contact them, contact you? Can they easily contact you? And then third, can they afford you? But as soon as they get to your website, it's pretty much a done deal. Only reason why I haven't gotten a couple of clients recently, like there was two of them recently, it was literally price. It wasn't that they didn't like my work. They didn't like me personally. They didn't like my terms. They loved my work on my website. They loved everything. It was just cost. I cannot be mad at that. Never, ever, ever. If they did all those steps in a time of age where people have very low attention spans, and they took all that time and effort to finally get to my website, then call me, you know what? That's a serious win for me and would be for you. So if the only problem is that they can't afford you or the pricing, etc., that's a W for you. That's a win. Okay, even if you don't book them. Okay, because you sold them, you did your job, but your website, a lot of times, like I said earlier, it's your best salesperson. It's the first thing it sees of your brand before you yourself. You can have the chance to verbally sell it to them. Yes, I'm the one. This is my experience. What can I do? How can I help you? I want to tell you how my service is better than the other ones, and so forth and so on. But that website is like it's your lieutenant. If you're the general, it's your lieutenant. You got to have it. Okay. So that was a lot. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you post those down below, people. Okay. I hope this all helps you out. Oh, you know what? Let me just add you a quick little factoid here. Hold on. Let's get to it. Okay. I got this awesome website. Check it out. Before I get there, see 27, um, 27 All right. I am not sure what just happened. Looks like my internet clicked onto another internet, which was absolutely going haywire. And then I had to click back onto my original internet. That was like a serious, crappy internet issue. But let me get back to what I was saying. I'm not even sure where I left off. I was on a roll. Okay. Looking at this website here. Okay. So before I close out, I just want to reiterate where we were. All right. Boom, bada, bang. Here we go. Bam. Okay. So here we are. Like I said, all roads lead to Rome, and you got to make sure Rome looks amazing. Like I said, 48% of people said the web design was the number one way they determined the credibility of a website, of a business, Half the people look at the website to determine whether that professional or business is credible. So if you don't have a website, you lost half the potential chances for potential clients right there off the bat. First impression of a website are 94% design. So take your time to have optimal, beautiful photos, diverse photos. Make sure your photos um, are not 10 of them from the same damn from the same damn photo shoot, unless it's different outfits. I don't want to see 10 photos, same outfit together, or even on the website at all. Pick two max, okay, and shoot more. 38% of users will stop using a website if they find the layout unattractive. You got to pay attention to how it looks. It's visual. Okay? Not 83% of consumers expect websites to load in less than 3 seconds. Make sure it's not too busy. Simple is better. Okay? But the loading landing page takes 7 seconds to load. You got to really be careful with that. Make sure it's nice and clean and effective. Okay? Like it says here, as of August 2021, the algorithm would take into account load speeds when determining which pages rank higher. Okay? That is very important. People are quick. Like I said, they have short attention spans. They're on to the next thing. Website users look at the top left corner of your website first. Ooh, so guess what? If you have any special promotions, where do you need to have them? Top left corner. This is why having this information is so important, or at least knowing this. Website viewers spend 80% of their time looking at the left half of your page. So where do you need to have your promotions posted? Where do you need to have your updates posted? Where do you need to have your contact posted? It's telling you right here. Got to understand customer or consumer behavior patterns. That's why I said the hold on, let me get back to it. The 5 fingers of iron, the fire and iron fist fingers. What am I gonna say? The 5 fingers of the iron fist of success. There we go. I'm trying to do a martial art, kung fu analogy here. Is research, plan, execute, fail, repeat, success. That's going to help you. This is part of that research and planning. You're doing your R&D work. You're trying to make sure that when you have your website, it's performing in its most optimally for you. 70% of small businesses do not have a CTA on their website homepage. Okay? A call to action. Call me, email me. Limited time only. Act now. That sort of thing. Okay? 70%. Therefore, if you're part, that means if you just have one on your homepage, you're in the top 30% off top. Damn, that's pretty good odds right there. Okay? They encourage users to take action, which drives conversions, meaning sales leads to sales, right? You close that deal. Users spend 5.94 seconds looking at the main website image on average. That's why you need to have amazing photos. And there's way more, okay? Oh, look at this. 83% of customers consider a seamless website experience on all devices to be very important. Okay? That means on your desktop, on your mobile, etc. I've gotten comments before where I'm like, "Oh, your website's da 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 da," and it's like, "Oh, it's the website version that looks like that." Okay. And you don't even know it because most of the times, like if you go to, I've had it with my Wix website. Wix allows you to adjust your desktop experience and the mobile device experience, but you have to remember to adjust either one because it's totally separate when you're designing the user experience. So remember to do that if you're using Wix. But the point is, it is important. They do notice it. That's why it's called in techie terms. They call it UX, user experience, right? So like, you really have to look at your website as your viewer, as a potential customer, whether it be a unique visitor or a repeat visitor, right? A new what is it, unique viewer, unique visitors, and tip my tongue, a repeat. Okay, you got to make it easy for them. Like I said, you want to create as less barriers and roadblocks and stumbles and speed bumps from them to find you, check you out, call you, and close a deal. Okay? Minimize that. Doing all these small things that I've shared with you today are going to help you do that. And ultimately, if you don't have a website, give you a reason why you need one. Okay? I really apologize for some of this technical difficulties. Don't know what was going on earlier, but please take a moment, okay? As I say in every episode, okay? Subscribe or follow me on all these multiple platforms. I'm on Facebook, Robert Silver Photography. I'm on Instagram at Robert Silver Photography. Okay. I'm on TikTok. Believe it or not, I'm actually posting more on TikTok, folks. And I will be. I'm on Twitter too. I'm pretty game on Twitter there, right? Make sure you go ahead and press that like, subscribe to me on my YouTube, please. If you're seeing this right now on YouTube, smash the like, smash that share, because I know you know a photographer that needs a good ass kicking when it comes to marketing their brand online. If you are a little stuck and you have some questions about how to market yourself more effectively online, feel free to email me. Okay, I do private one-on-one consultations through Zoom or in person. And I'll help you with your online marketing, social media strategy, and overall content development strategy. Okay, I got the answers for you, or at least point you in the right direction. I'm here to help you all out. Okay, of course, every week I will be going live from another episode of Marketing Monday, where I help all of you photographers and creatives turn their passion into profits. Make sure you tune in every Monday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Questions, comments, and concerns, please leave them down below. I am Robert Silver, and I appreciate you watching. Until next time, keep shooting, stay creative.